I am so happy to be able to do what I'm about to do. So in 2019, Women's Way launched the Women's Way Gender Equity Champion Award to recognize individuals who have demonstrated a deep commitment to the advancement of women, girls, gender-expansive individuals, and for gender and racial equity through supporting the mission and the work of Women's Way. Previous recipients include Alan Modell, Leslie John, and Paula Crowley. Paula is one of the reasons I'm on this board, her and Claudia Curry. This year, we're so honored to present the Women's Way Gender Equity Champion Award to Christine Lussier. Yes, she deserves this applause. Christine is amazing. She is a true champion for women's rights and freedoms. Her commitment to the advancement of women, girls, and gender and racial equity is demonstrated by her long-term support of Women's Way, her engagement in the community, and her mentorship of women in business. Christine is a member of the Women's Way Gender Wealth Advisory Council, a group of individuals committed to supporting the work of the Gender Wealth Institute, which aims to close the gender wealth gap by advancing research and practical solutions that build wealth for women who are economically insecure. Christine was a member of the Women's Way Board of Directors and a Finance Committee Chair for 6 years, and she's still a member of the Finance Committee. She was co-chair of the Strategic Planning Committee that was instrumental in realigning the organization's mission and guiding principles to move Women's Way forward as a leader in the advancement of women, girls, and gender and racial equity. She is a major donor to Women's Way for 12 consecutive years. Yes, she was an advocate and mentor for young women during her employment as a tax professional at Deloitte, and she is a dedicated teacher of yoga and wellness classes and programs for women and girls in underserved communities. We have the award. Okay. Christine, it is our extreme pleasure and my honor, and Diane, us together, to present you with the Gender Equity Champion Award.
Thank you, Myra and Diane. I'm so happy to be with you all in person again. Yeah, it's really nice. I love this event. It's so inspiring. You're in for a treat. And we need to be inspired, because sometimes the world can be a scary place, a place of chaos, suffering, despair, and violence, people fighting for power and control in the name of freedom, God, family, children. But there's also soldiers on the front line fighting for the vulnerable, fighting for justice, equity, and access. Women's Way staff, board, their volunteers, their supporters, their constituents are among those soldiers. So why have I supported Women's Way all these years, both with my money and my time serving on the board and committees? Because Women's Way does not accept the status quo. Women's Way is in the forefront for the fight for equity, justice, and access. Women's Way wants us all to rise as individuals and as a society, all people. The focus is on the advancement of women and girls, but when we empower women and promote autonomy and access to economic opportunity and reproductive health, all society benefits. Women's Way gives me hope, not a sit back and wish and pray hope. And I do believe in the power of prayer, but what I mean is a hope as a verb, hope in action. I read this quote the other day. Hope is a verb with the sleeves rolled up. Women's Way's chief disruptor, Diane Kornman-Levy. Tonight's Lucretia Ma honoree, Kitty Colbert. They give me hope. They are fighting for us for a better society based on real freedom, autonomy, opportunity, and access. I've been watching this miniseries on TV, A Small Light. It's about Miep Gies, the woman who helped to hide Anne Frank and her family from the Nazis. Resistance fighters like Miep and her husband Jan, they kept hope alive. They were the light keepers. It is incumbent upon us all to do our part to keep hope alive, keep the light burning, to do the work to move us forward to be the best we can be for the benefit of ourselves, our communities, and the world. Women's Way is the light keeper. You are the light keeper. We are the light keepers. So thank you, Diane, Myra, and Women's Way for this honor. Thank you all for your kind attention, and have a fabulous evening.